We are at Centre Parcs in Longleat. So today in this video we are going to be giving you our review of what Centre Parcs in Longleat is like. This video is going to be separated into different sections so you can scrub along the bottom and to search for the bit you want to see. For example, accommodation, activities, what it's like at a lake, different restaurants, etc, etc. Okay, you ready?
Yeah,
Let's explore. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's the same with when it gets cold. There's the houses. They're in the maple zone. And I think they're like, I'll put it on the screen, but I think like 4 or 5 bedrooms. But they cost a bit of money. They're the tree houses, nestled in the woods. I wonder how much they cost. Wow. Alright, let's try and catch up. Tell you what, if you get a chance, bring your own push bike, and then it's a really good circular route around Centre Parcs. You really get to explore everything. Yeah, they are. Oh, that's the thing. They kind of just look like I've been there. Okay, so starting off here at Center Parcs, you can obviously rent bicycles. So they have a variety of different bicycles, from mountain bikes to more hybrid bikes to balance bikes for kids. So what you do is you turn up, you just go over there, you have to pay, so make sure you download the app and book online and get yourself a bicycle, because there's a lot of bike tracks around.
So if you are thinking about hiring a bike or bringing your own, depending on where your accommodation is, a bike can be very essential, because if your lodge is quite far away, obviously to get into the plaza, stuff like that, easiest just to jump on your bike. So this is the plaza and the pool area, so it's called like the sub-tropical paradise. This is like the main thing to do. It's free, included in like your stay, and it's really good, to be honest. Inside there's slides like flumes and things like that, a wave pool, mini rapids, so it's definitely the biggest attraction here, and I think most people's favourite. So here's the falconry centre where you can like meet different birds and stuff. But remember, obviously you have to go on the app and book and pay and stuff like that. I think different ones cost different amounts and different age groups as well. You're actually not old enough for any of it, apparently.
They are currently setting up Christmas decorations around the park, but unfortunately we're a little bit too early for that, because it's currently October the 16th, so it hasn't even hit Halloween yet, but I bet on Christmas it looks good here. So that Segway experience, I've never actually seen anyone do it, but we're going to head down to the lake now and show you guys the activities around the lake. Alright, we are currently stood on what they call the boardwalk, which is actually a viewing point over the lake and the treetop challenge, whatever it's called. But it's like a Go Ape style treetops climbing thing. You can just see the top of it there. As we walk down, you should be able to see more of it. Once again, this is a paid for activity, the treetops challenge. I believe it's about £30 for the one go around. It doesn't take too long. I think it only takes 10-15 minutes. So if you have got kids, make sure they go slowly and they savour every single little moment of it. At the end, you will see a little surprise for when you complete it. It is a zip line, so you've got to jump off over the lake. Yeah, so you have the treetops challenge, which, to be honest, in some parts it's only a couple foot off the floor, but as you get further on, obviously it becomes further off the floor, which at least is 3 stories high off the floor. But here I'm just quickly going to show you, just in case you got younger ones that can't quite do that or are a little bit too scared. You have something called adventure nets, which is like a little play area for kids, but it is raised off the floor, so it's got a little bit of a thrill, but not as much as the treetops challenge. See that this bit here is for the kids. You got like playing balls and stuff like that. Once again, this is not included within the stay here at Center Parcs, which seems to be a running theme, and I assume that's about £15-20 per child for the hour. But always check on the app, because every Center Parcs is slightly different, and depending when you come, they might raise or decrease the price depending how busy it is, right? Okay, let's make our way down to the lake. Right, we've nearly made it to the lake. Whew. It's only a 5-minute walk from our accommodation. I mean, it is the middle of October, but the sun's shining, so if you did want to get a tan, there is a beach here for you.
So at the lake, you've got loads of activities like the kayaks, like the paddle boarding, that thing like a kata canoe, whatever that thing is. There's also like a big electric like motorboat as well. So there's lots of things to do, obviously, again, or an extra charge. You can also view the zip lines from here. Look, they're going right now.
But one of the free activities is walking around, enjoying the nature, like we're gonna go do now. Ain't it, Charlie Barley? Let's go walk around the lake and see what other things there are to do, like, oh, your favourite, the inflatables, mate. Unfortunately, the boathouse isn't a fancy restaurant on the lake. It's just where you book the activities for the boats and change your rooms and toilets. That's the inflatables over there. Unfortunately, no one's on it at the moment. I did see people on it yesterday, but it is the middle of October, so people probably don't fancy it.
Charlie, maybe this one's for you in a couple years. Mini trek.
How's that sound, mate? Maybe you get on there, get you all harnessed up and get you trekking around the trees. Does that sound good, Charlie? Yeah? Not being a negative Nancy, but after canoeing in Vietnam and other places around Asia, even in England, doing a little sit-down boat of this lake, and you got to pay a price for it, it doesn't seem too overwhelming. It doesn't seem too exciting. I don't know if I would pay for it, but if you want something to do, maybe it is a good activity, right? At least you're in nature and you're doing something slightly different that you've never done before. Alright, we're gonna head to the sports cafe, quickly do a quick tour, show you what's to offer in there, because there's plenty of activities to do. Once again, all paid for, but that's the theme of Center Parcs, right? And there is a little mini golf that we'll show you over there as well.
So I actually had a massage yesterday at this Aquasana Forest Spa. It was very nice. I think the price, which I can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll put it on the screen, is for a back, neck and shoulder massage, and it was only 25 minutes, which is pretty short, but overall it was a nice experience.
Included in that price, you do get to use the facilities after.
Yeah, you do.
Like the relaxation spa and stuff like that. However, to be honest, Charlie was missing Tash, so unfortunately she didn't get the opportunity to do that. But look, have a look, it's just down the pathway right next to the sports plaza, and there you go. You just walk in there, enjoy your relaxation, then you can walk out back to the lake and have a great view.
Yeah. Inside there's an area where the treatments are, in the treatment lounge. There's like the changing area, and then there's also like the big Vitality Cafe or whatever they call it, where they sell a lot of like detox smoothies and stuff like that, or at quite a premium price, I might add.
But if you're on a girls trip,
Yeah.
and you want to enjoy yourself, what's a few extra pounds?
No, 100%. And
To enjoy yourself.
most people that were enjoying like the whole, because you don't have to get a treatment, you can just pay to use the spa facilities, and if you do that, when you turn up they give you like a robe and everything, so like everybody was just all walking around in like robes and slippers, so
Yeah.
I think it does look like a good day out. I reckon just paying for the day pass for the spa is probably more worth it than just going and getting a treatment, I think.
Alright, so in the sports centre you have different racket games like badminton over there. You've got the gym and squash and craft rooms at the back, or you've got like something called small tennis or little tennis, which is basically almost like a paddle. Yeah, almost like a paddle game over there. Then up here you've got table tennis and arcade machines. So all in all, the sports centre, I think leisure centre, just with a few added things like indoor climbing adventures and stuff like that. It's okay if the weather's not too good outside. It's good to come in here, get a little bit of exercise done, and maybe just have a good time with your friends and family who you're here with, isn't it? Because there is like a Starbucks where older people or anyone can hang around while they're waiting for their partners or kids to do what they got to do in the sports centre. It's okay, isn't it? It's okay in here.
It's good.
And it's colourful. It's not. You've got. It looks very modern with the light coming through, and it's
yeah,
good.
it doesn't feel dark or dingy because you've got all this nice glass, so it's quite nice, really.
All right, let's show you the mini golf, and then that kind of concludes the adventure side of stuff. Like I said, there's plenty here to do, but just expect you will be paying for most of it, apart from the swimming, which is why the swimming is so busy. But the swimming is fun. Like Tash said, there's slides and everything there. Okay, let's head to the golf. Now, I do have to say that gym is quite underwhelming. It's got 3 or 4 weights machines and a couple of treadmills, so it costs £15 for your stay here for 4 days. You tell me if it's worth it or not. I'm not sure. It's up to you, but don't expect any free weights or anything like that. A little tip with that mini golf is you get 9 holes, but on the last hole it collects your ball. So if you want to go around again just before the 9th hole, just start again. Walk around to the first hole again and start from there, because if you do get in the last hole, you lose your ball. Alright Charlie, that is the end of the things to do adventures section. So let's move on to the next section, restaurants. Your favourite, eh?
Right, so the Pancake House is just behind us. Now, me and Brad did go there. It's quite good. I'd say it's a little bit overpriced for what you get, but I mean, if you're in the mood for like a sweet treat and that's what you're really craving, then Centre Parcs has it, and yeah, it's pretty good. Look, there's the dip. First taco.
So it was delicious, food was good.
I think
give it a 9 out of 10. Best restaurant we've ate in at Centre Parcs so far. I know this is a chain and you can eat it anywhere, but sometimes the standard stuff is the best stuff. Okay, so we just ate at Las Iguanas. It was really, really nice. It's a standard chain, so we knew what to expect. But what we're going to do now is a quick walkthrough and show you the different restaurants here at Centre Parcs. Restaurants and shops here in the plaza. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. So at Centre Parcs you have got like a local pub, the Foresters Inn, which we've not been inside, but I get Wetherspoons kind of vibe, so if that's your thing, go to the Foresters Inn.
So here at Center Parcs they have something called the Parc Market, which is basically a co-op, just with slightly more expensive prices. For example, you got Parc Market white baguette chicken tikka for £4.25. So it's not too much more expensive, but just a little bit.
You can just get all of your essentials in here, like your milk. There's even a fresh bakery. You can get pretty much anything you find in a normal supermarket you can find here.
The best price comparison we can find is like, say milk. It's normally like £1.55 for 4 pints for like co-op milk. See, it's branded co-op. That is £2.05 here. So more expensive, 33% more expensive. And that's pretty much all around board, but like Tash says, for essentials it might be worth coming down, and it saves you fuel.
Your instant custard.
No one's having that. But eggs, basically your standard local co-op prices.
So if you have a baby as well and you don't have some of the essentials that you need, there's a whole section here full of literally everything from nappies to formula.
Well, they've got soft and gentle baby wipes,
90p.
90 pence.
That's not that bad.
From the co-op, sensitive and fragrance free.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So, not bad.
This 30 grams of bepanthen is usually about £3.50 and it's £4.60 here. So, but I mean, if you're desperate.
Yeah, if you're desperate, a couple quid and you are on holiday. You can get standard stuff like chocolate bars, snacky bits, alcohol as well. It's not too bad. That is Parc Market basically. And here are some of the prices for the chocolate if you do want to get it. This is expensive, £3.20.
Yeah, for a
Buns.
that's a lot.
But it's less expensive than other holiday parks and less expensive than the airport as well. Okay, we'll see you outside. Found a nice light to end our video here in Center Parcs at Longleat. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. We tried to make it a little bit educational, just in case you've never been before and you want to know what facilities, what activities, what restaurants, what shops they got to do. Isn't it, Charlie? You enjoyed yourself at 5 months old. You really enjoyed yourself. So yes, of course it's Center Parcs, so it's a bit expensive. However, if you've got the money and you can afford some of the activities, or if you can't, just do the swimming, get yourself a push bike, do some cycling, and come down and enjoy it, because for 3 or 4 days it's all right. So from Tash, Brad and Charlie, take care, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.